warm welcome to you. Sustainable energy, dear friends, will no longer be a luxury, but a requirement, not only for the country, but for the entire planet. Here we are at Indian Oil, the energy of India, taking great pride and pleasure in conducting Solaris 2012, the first of its kind and the biggest quiz on energy and environment, a competition between the best companies with energy consciousness as its underlying theme. May I have the pleasure of inviting our favored and favorite quizmaster, Mr. Krish Banik.
Did you know that at this rate of global warming, the Arctics will have an ice-free summer by 2040, with all polar bears perishing because they lose their natural habitat? Did you know that according to the American Petroleum Institute, the oil supply will be depleted by 2094? I'm Krish Banik, and I'm going to be taking you through the intercorporate finals of Solaris Quiz. On stage are teams from 7 energy majors. Here are the public sector giants, towering tall over many others. But today, their topmost quiz teams are going to clash like titans in a fight unto the finish for the Indian Oil Solaris trophy. Let's get introduced to the teams. We get started with the first round, which is called the Vayu round, because there are going to be direct questions, plus 10 if you get it right on the direct, and plus 5 if you get it right on the rebound. 8 questions on business, energy and environment, starting with the team from Indian Oil. Which disease is a neurological syndrome caused by severe mercury poisoning, and it is also the name of the city in Japan, where it was discovered in 1956 due to the release of methyl mercury in the industrial wastewater?
Hiroshima?
The Hiroshima disease is not correct. Moving on to the team from ONGC. Are you passing that? In which case we'll move on to NTPC.
Thalidomide?
Is not correct.
Tekama disease?
HPCL. You're passing that to BPCL.
The Myanmar syndrome.
The Minamata syndrome. What a confident answer there from the BPCL team. And moving on now. What is Sky Glow? Your time's up, ONGC. We're moving on now to NTPC.
It's an advertising blimp with backup lighting and things.
No, that is not correct. Moving on to Oil India Limited.
Is it the advertising on the hot air balloons? Which is
Not the advertising on the hot air balloons. HPC, BPCL. What about you?
The neon advertising.
Not neon advertising. PCRA.
Is it disposal of fluorescent lamps?
Not correct. IOC second team.
Is it the ozone layer hole?
Not the ozone layer hole. Moving on now to team 1, IOC 1.
Is it this flaring of gas or some sort of thing when exploration is going on? Like
I'll give the correct answer. The sky glow is the excessive use of artificial lights which interferes with astronomical observations. And we move on to question number 3. This goes to NTPC, Prashantan Chandan. In economics, what is the Evans paradox, spelled Jevons, as indicated in the book called The Coal Question?
I think this is, suppose you add new technology to a resource, the usual notion is that that resource will get reduced, but it is opposite. Usually the resource also gets increased because of new technology. So this is what
KM Prashant Chandrashai, that's a cracker of an answer. And you pick up 10 full points. Question number 4. The government is using Bharatnatyam mudras as visual codes for distinguishing what in the Nrita Mudra series?
Is it to denote the various Navaratna companies?
No, that is not correct. Nothing to do with the Navratna companies. Moving on now to HPCL. HPCL is passing that to BPCL.
Is it Ricky?
Is it?
Ricky.
No, that is not right. PCRA. They seem to be passing as well. So the question goes to IOCL Team 1.
is it for representing different kind of pollutions like water pollution air pollution.
Is not correct. I'm afraid that is not the correct answer. ONGC, NTPC, are you trying?
Display various emotional states, the behaviors.
Correct answer is rupee coins. HPCL, your direct question. CCS stands for carbon capture and sequestration. What is CCS? BPCL?
The carbon capturing and sequestration is basically the capturing because the global warming is increasing due to the carbon increase. So that is capturing the carbon by some methodology and then basically diverting it to some different...
No, that is not correct. So PCRA, are you going for the answer?
Yes, carbon capture and storage is basically it is for the thermal power plants, and the carbon dioxide which comes out, it is actually collected and taken to the bottom of the earth through tunnels. That is carbon capture and sequestration.
Manish, Vijay, very confident answer, and you just picked up 5 points. Question number 6 for BPCL. What is common to Andhra's Graph, Andhras Malisevich, and Andy Grove? BPCL, are you passing that?
Something to do with Intel.
Something to do with Intel. We all know Andy Grove
Andy Grove is Intel. That's why I think Intel.
was with Intel, but that is not the correct answer. I want to know what is common to them. PCRA.
Sorry, we passed.
You pass that to IOC, Team 2.
They all are different names of Andy Grove only. He was born as the first name. When the Germans captured his land, because he was a Jew, he changed his name to the Malavesh, and then when he migrated to USA, it was Andy Grove.
I think the loud, spontaneous applause into which the audience was broken out goes to show that they already know you have given the correct answer. Question number 7 to PCRA. In what is going to be the biggest public infrastructure project in human history, Shimizu Corporation of Japan has proposed to place solar panels along a 6,800-mile-long area and change what into the biggest solar plant ever?
The desert.
It's a desert. Which desert? PCRA, your time's up. May I move on to Indian Oil Team 2?
Sahara Desert.
Is not correct. Moving on to IOC Team 1.
Fukushima, that nuclear reactor which got affected.
Not the site of the Fukushima reactor. ONGC, any idea? NTPC, are you trying?
In Spain, which will be having the largest solar park in the world.
In Spain, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's not correct. Oil India Limited is passing that. HECL is not trying, or are they trying?
Is it along the part of the Japan Sea?
No, it is not along the Japan Sea. BPC?
The wild guess, Great Wall of China.
Not the Great Wall of China. And the correct answer to the last question is Shimizu Corporation of Japan has proposed to place solar panels along the 6,800-mile-long equator of the moon. 8th and last question of this round coming up. What is the term for the point at which alternative means of generating electricity produces power at a levelized cost that is equal to or less than purchasing power from a conventional source?
Break-even point.
Not the break-even point. Moving on to IOC Team 1.
Is the Peter?
I'm afraid I can't give you any points for that. ONGC is not trying. NTPC is
Grid
trying.
parity.
It is called grid parity, and you just picked up 5 points, NTPC. That's a wonderful way to end the round. And the scores are in front of you.